I call the Benton REA 83rd Annual Membership Meeting to order. Welcome everyone to Benton REA's first ever virtual annual meeting. I'm Mike Freepons, the president of your Benton REA Board of Trustees. While we miss the opportunity to shake hands and talk with members face to face, we hope to see you in person at next year's annual meeting. Given the circumstances, we have an abbreviated agenda today. The agenda and other information for this meeting is located in the resources section. If you're joining us with a computer, the resources is located at the bottom right of your screen. To download a document from the resources, double-click on the name. You can open the document once it has downloaded to your computer or device. If you'd like to ask a question or make a comment, please use the chat located on the left corner of your computer screen. We will respond to all general comments and questions during the question and answer session at the end of the meeting. I will have help with conducting tonight's meeting. Vice President Connie Cruel will handle the trustee elections. Secretary Treasurer Catherine Russell will provide the notice of the meeting and the financial report in a pre-recorded video. General Manager Mike Bradshaw will conduct the question and answer portion of the meeting. And you will hear the voice of Troy Berglund from the Benton REA staff as he helps facilitate the meeting. All of us are in separate rooms as we follow the COVID-19 guidelines and requirements to conduct tonight's meeting. Our first item of business is to adopt the special rules of order for this meeting. A copy of the special rules of order for this meeting are posted in the resources. We now need a motion and a second to approve the special rules of order.
Mr. President, I would like to make a motion to approve the special rules of order as presented.
We have a motion to approve the special rules of order as presented. To second the motion, please type the word second in the chat and click send. The first member sending the second will be recorded as seconding the motion.
Okay, Ms. Freepons, we're waiting to receive our second from our members. So just reminder to the members to type the word second in the chat function and click send to second the motion to adopt the special rules of order. Okay, Mr. Freepons, we do have a second from Mr. Bob Evans.
Thank you, Troy. Before calling for the vote, I will now pause 30 seconds to allow for members to comment on the motion if they wish to. If you need more time, type and send the word time in the chat, and we'll wait until we receive your comment.
Okay, we wait a little while we receive the votes and determine the outcome of that motion.
Okay, I will now call for the vote. To approve the motion, click yes. To reject the motion, click no. Troy will let me know when we receive a majority of votes needed to determine the results, and I will announce if the motion passes or fails.
Okay, we're waiting to receive the votes from the members at this time. Perfect. Votes are coming in. Thank you, members, for submitting your votes. a few more seconds. Okay, now we have 19 votes, 20 votes for approval and 0 votes for no, so the motion carries.
Thank you, Troy. Motion carries. Now I'd like to introduce Vice President Connie Kroll for the Trustee Elections.
Benton REA has 3 trustee districts up for election this year. I would like to now introduce the 4 candidates. District 4, which consists of West Richland and the surrounding area, Ron Johnson. He's running unopposed. District 5, which is the Sunnyside area, Tim Groh is also running unopposed. In District 6, which consists of the Mapton and Rimrock areas, there are 2 candidates running, Scott Fisher and Tina Randalls. Members within these districts had 2 ways to vote. First, they could mail in their ballot directly to the independent company Benton REA uses to conduct our trustee elections for a secure and impartial election. That company is called Survey and Ballot Systems. Survey and Ballot Systems has provided us with the voting results for the ballots that were mailed directly to them. Members could have also dropped their ballots off today between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. in a locked ballot box that was in the front of the Benton REA Prosser office. There were no ballots dropped off today in the ballot box. I'll be back later in the meeting to announce the results.
The 2019 annual membership meeting minutes have been posted in the resource section of this meeting. The 2019 minutes have been approved by the board. Members can submit any amendments through chat. I will now pause 30 seconds for members to submit any comments. Again, if you need more time, type and send the word time in the chat.
Thank you, Mr. President. We will wait 30 seconds for any comments or suggested amendments to the minutes. Okay, Mr. President, we did not receive any proposed amendments from the members.
Thank you, Troy. The minutes stand as presented. Catherine Russell, the Secretary-Treasurer of the Board, will now provide her report regarding the notice of this meeting and proof of mailing, as well as her financial report in a pre-recorded video.
Good evening. My name is Catherine Russell, and I am the Secretary-Treasurer for the Benton REA Board of Trustees. The notice of this meeting was printed in the October issue of Ruralite, and the official letter verifying the proof of mailing from Ruralite is posted in the handouts area of this meeting. Now I am pleased to report on the financial condition of our electric cooperative for 2019. Copies of the Benton REA audited financial statements for 2019 have been posted in the handouts area of this meeting for your review. The annual audit was performed by Blodgett, Mickelson, and Adamson CPAs. The independent auditor's report on Benton REA's financial condition was published in the July issue of Ruralite magazine. Benton REA once again received a clean, unqualified audit for the year 2019. Unqualified audit opinions indicating that the cooperative's financial statements are free of material defects. The financial condition of our cooperative is reflected in the balance sheet and statement of revenue and expenses. I will briefly summarize these reports, rounding for simplicity. The balance sheet shows as of December 31, 2019, Benton REA's net utility plant was $67,762,000. The depreciated plant value at the end of 2019 decreased by $2,675,500 when compared to the end of 2018. The net utility plant reflects the co-op's depreciated value in physical assets. The balance sheet shows that Benton REA's long-term debt as of December 31, 2019 was $1,147,000. Benton REA's total long-term debt decreased by $566,000 from 2018. This favorable trend in debt reduction continues the direction given to management by the Board of Trustees. The statement of revenue and expenses shows that the total margins for 2019 were $7,171,500. The cooperative met all financial performance requirements established by our lending institutions. Additionally, in 2019, Benton REA issued $1,836,000 in ownership credit checks to member owners, both current and former, who had ownership credit balances on the books. In 2019, Benton REA received the final installment of the sale of electric facilities to Yakima Power. Payments related to this transaction were forwarded to our federal lender and applied to reduce our long-term debt. Any remaining funds were used on investments to the electric system and to keep rates stable. This report is a brief summary of the Benton REA financial statements for the year 2019. I invite you to read the financial statements posted in the handouts section of this meeting. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat and we will address them at the end of the meeting. Thank you for your attention, and we hope to see you again next year.
Hello, I'm Mike Freepons, President of your Benton REA Board of Trustees. Thank you for attending Benton REA's 83rd annual meeting online. While I miss the opportunity to shake hands and talk with members face-to-face at our annual meeting, we hope to see you in person again next year. These have been unusual and trying times for many of us. On March 17th, we closed the Benton REA offices to members and the public, knowing that it may be an inconvenience to some, but could help slow the spread of COVID-19. Thankfully, online and phone payments were already available to members, and we were able to continue providing other remote services. Benton REA provides an essential service in electricity and telecommunications. Therefore, we continued to operate with adjustments to ensure the safety of our employees. In March, many employees began working from home. As of today, some have returned to a Benton REA facility, while others continue to be productive at their home offices. We know this year has been financially hard for many members, and the Board of Trustees wanted to help. In May, we donated $20,000 to our 3 local food banks. $10,000 came from Benton REA and $10,000 from CoBank, one of our lenders. They helped us double our impact and bring money into our community. As the pandemic continued, your Board of Trustees voted to pay back 2020 ownership credits early. We traditionally pay them back in December each year, but decided to mail checks in July of this year to help members who may need the money during the pandemic. We paid $1.8 million in ownership credits to the members this year. Before our governor put a moratorium on disconnection of service, Benton REA voluntarily suspended disconnections and put a stop to late fees. We are a member-owned cooperative, and it is natural for us to come together for the greater good. These past 7 months, our employees have reached out to and worked with members who are struggling to pay their utility bills. Through local assistance programs and by offering flexible payment plans, we help members find ways to keep up with their bills. We are excited to launch a new bill assistance program where members can help fellow co-op members keep the lights on. Members can donate in various ways, including rounding up their monthly bill to the nearest dollar so that the rounded up portion is donated to the program. There's still time to enroll. Benton REA will match all donations that are made by October 31st up to $5,000. More information can be found in your September Rural Light magazine and on our website. As co-op members, we understand the cooperative principle of concern for community. We need community involvement right now. Benton REA will continue to serve you and our community through this pandemic and beyond. If you have questions about anything you hear today, please type them in the question box and we'll answer them at the end of the meeting. Or you can contact Benton REA Monday through Friday. We are looking forward to the day we reopen our offices and to the next year's annual meeting when we can hopefully gather safely with our community of co-op members. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you for allowing us to serve you.
Connie Carrul will now announce the trustee election results.
Thank you, Mike. The elected trustees will serve a 3-year term. The results of the 2020 Benton REA trustee election are District 4, Ron Johnson, District 5, Tim Grow, and District 6, Scott Fisher. Congratulations to Scott, Tim, and Ron. On behalf of the board, I would also like to thank Tina Randalls for her interest in serving her fellow co-op members on our Board of Trustees.
I will now turn the meeting over to our General Manager and Executive Vice President, Mike Bradshaw, to say a few words and to conduct the question and answer portion of the meeting.
Thank you, President Freepons. I'd like to do a sound check real quick with Troy just to make sure this technology is working. Okay, Troy, can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, Mike.
Okay, good deal. Looks like everything's working good tonight. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Bradshaw, your Benton REA General Manager, and I'll be conducting the Q&A session of the annual meeting today. Before we start our Q&A session, I'd just like to mention a few items that might be of interest to you. No, it's the sound check came through fine. Troy, can you still hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I was informed that I might be muted, but I don't think that's the case. Okay, so I'd just like to mention a few items that might be of interest to you. One of Benton REA's top priorities is the reliability of the electric service that we provide. And I like to inform you all each year during the annual meeting as to how your cooperative is doing with regard to reliability. It was just a few days ago that I received the latest report on Benton REA's performance metrics, and it shows that in 2019, Benton REA's overall electric distribution facilities were operational and providing electric service for 99.9% of the time. In 2018, we achieved the same statistic at 99.99% for electric service availability percentage. And in 2017, this percentage was slightly lower at 99.97%. Another item that I like to mention each year is information from Benton REA's latest fuel mix report, which refers to where Benton REA's power is generated from. The latest report for 2018 from the Washington State Department of Commerce shows that Benton REA's power purchases from the Bonneville Power Administration are at about 87% hydro, 9% nuclear, and 4% natural gas, wind, solar, and other. So I'm very pleased to announce that approximately 96% of Benton REA's power is generated by carbon-free resources. I would also like to just briefly mention that Benton REA has the capability to provide you with technology services consisting of internet access connectivity, PC and network installation and repair services, and technology consulting services. Please give us a call if you would like to learn more about the technology services that are offered by Benton REA's PowerNet Technology Division. So now let's move on to answering your questions, and I'll refer to Troy. Do we have any questions?
Mr. Bradshaw, looks like all the members seem to be pleased, as we have not had any comments or questions submitted from the members.
Okay, thank you very much, Troy. So at this point, I would like to thank you for the opportunity for Benton REA to provide you with energy and technology services over the past year. Please feel free to contact me at the Benton REA Prosser office if you ever have any questions or concerns regarding your local electric cooperative. This concludes the Q&A session of your annual meeting. And now I'll turn the meeting back over to your Benton REA president, Mr. Mike Freepons.
Thank you, Mike. I would like to thank you, our member owners, for attending our virtual 83rd annual meeting this year. I hope to see you all in person at next year's annual meeting. I would now like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. President, I move to adjourn the meeting.
We have a motion to adjourn the meeting. Do we have a second?
Reminder to members to please type second in the chat function to second the motion.
Please.
So we haven't had a second yet. We did have a question come in from one of our members. So Mr. President, it's up to you. We could go back and ask that question. I'll tell you what, we received a couple seconds coming in, so we do have a second. We will respond to the question that was submitted and post the answer on our website for all members to see. So, Mr. President, we do have a second to the motion.
Okay, please cast your vote at this time.
While the votes are coming in, I just want to thank all the members for participating, and the member that submitted the question. We will definitely get back to you on that, and thank you for your interest in Benton REA. Okay, I'm still waiting for enough votes to come in for the motion to carry. And we do now have enough votes with 0 no votes and so far 20 yes votes to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Troy. The motion carries. The Benton REA 83rd annual meeting is adjourned. Thank you.